Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of PenpaPlus. In today's video, I want to talk about tricks and shortcut keys which you can use while using Penpa. This will allow you to speed up the process on creating or solving. This list of shortcuts is also available on the README page, which is at the bottom of the screen instruction to use the tool. And if you click on this, it will open a README page which has the shortcuts as described. But I want to show it live how these shortcuts work and how can they be used. So let me close this, go back to the grid, and sure I zoom in, right? Okay, yeah. So the first shortcut, which basically is to set while you are switch between problem and solution, right? Problem is to enter your puzzle clues, where solution is where your puzzle solution is present, and you can switch between these two modes using F2 and F3. So F3 solution, F2 problem. You can see my mouse, I'm not using my mouse, it's entirely through keyboard. F2, F3 to switch between the problem modes. And then you have uh, the special option which I recently added is tab selector, right? And this tab selector, basically you can see there are various options. These options are nothing but most commonly used option from these modes. So for example, in a puzzle, while solving a Sudoku, I want to switch between normal sub mode of number, while in number mode, normal sub mode, and let's say medium sub mode. So I go to tab selector, I remove surface. Surface is the default selection. I select the number normal and number M. You can also search, the search is case insensitive. So if I type number, so all the number mode options shows up. So you can, it's pretty good feature for fast solving. So once I have set this, I just click outside once and that's it. Now if I keep pressing tab, it will isolate, it will circulate between these options. So normal M, as you can see, it's changing the highlight. And it doesn't have to be within the number. You can circulate between different modes itself, not just sub modes. So let's say if I want to circulate between shading and drawing a line for the loop. So I'm going to tab, remove this normal M, normal edge, normal. I'll remove all this. Select surface and line normal. Click outside. Now you can see I'm switching between surface, shading, and then loop. I can draw loop. So with a click of tab, I'm able to switch between modes. I don't need to move my mouse every time and select here. And the same option for the ease. Some of you said that you need a key which is closer to your numpad while entering numbers to switch between number modes or any other modes. So I have assigned the same functionality as tab key to the enter key. So even if I press enter, the same switching between modes happens. So enter key and tab key behaves same on Penpa website, which basically does the job for uh, switching between the different user choices using this tab selector. So I hope you understood what this feature is and start using in your future puzzles while creating or solving. So this is one of the most powerful features. Then the other feature I want to talk about is about deleting the contents of the cell, right? For example, let's say I have entered number here let's say I've entered medium size 2, 3, 4, 5. Now once I have entered this content, let's say if I just want to undo, not undo, but clear the last cell, I have to press backspace. So if I press backspace, it will start removing one digit in the order I have entered. I'm typing back 5, 6. If I want to remove this entire cell, all the numbers in one go, I just need to press spacebar. If I press spacebar, I delete everything. The other shortcut is to enter, let's say if I want to enter a space between this number, or let's say if you're typing some alphabet SW, now I want to enter a space. The shortcut is shift plus spacebar, not just simple spacebar. As I told, the simple spacebar will delete all the contents in the cell, whereas shift plus spacebar will add a space. And now if I type, you can see there is a space between these two alphabets. So this is one way. And the other thing I want to, let's say if your cell contains some shape elements along with number. So for example, I had inserted shape, let's say square shape, right? And then I also inserted number. Let's go to normal style. 2, 3. So now if I do backspace, it will remove one digit. If I do spacebar, it will remove all the digits, but it has not removed the shape. If I want to delete the shape and number contents of the cell, I need to use control plus spacebar. So control plus spacebar. It will remove the shape and numbers from the cell. So let's back. Now I'm back having shape, numbers, control plus space. So these are the some of the shortcuts which I wanted to show, but I have one more shortcut which I recently added, and that is specifically for the panel mode. So let's say you want to enter some kind of numbers. Let me reset the grid, reload the page, and let's say if you want to enter some kind of different language characters, not just English. So panel number, panel on, drag it here, and you can see it has numbers, alphabets. So this is how, this reminds me to tell you that this is how you can enter numbers and alphabets on your mobile. You need to switch on the panel as on to enter number or characters into the grid on your mobile. In laptop, you can just type in through keyboard. And let's say you have some, let's say I select C, right? Now if you notice, while in the number mode, this is specifically for the number mode. Once I select something here, let's say alphabets are easy. Let's say I have Roman numerals. I've selected 4. Now if you see, if I select some other cells, I need to click again in the panel to copy that, and that could be time consuming. Instead of that, let's say if I want to enter the same Roman and multiple other locations, then I can just simply, I have added this shortcut which is Control I. I is basically like inserting. So Control inserting. So if I select this cell now, if I do Control I, you can see the last selected element from the panel starts getting copied and wherever you select. So this saves a lot of user time. And finally, one other thing I want to show is one other thing, actually there are two things. So one is this text feature. So if you want to enter like a big sentence or word, so instead of typing here using like long mode or things, I can just type here, selecting this text tab in the number mode. I type here, I love puzzles. Select whichever cell you want to insert this text. click insert, and you can see that whole text appears here. And then if I press spacebar, yeah, it will delete everything. Now if you are using panel mode for other for the shapes, so if I am in the shape mode, I can select different shapes here. It will change in the panel. The one way you can add this shape to the grid is select your choice and start clicking in the cells of the grid where you want that shape, right? But now if you want to enter some other shape, you need to go back to panel and select that other particular choice and enter into the grid. Instead of this, there is another shortcut from keyboard, which basically doesn't even require panel to be on, but you need to know which shape is in which location. So these positions are mapped to your number keys on the keypad. So this basically means first position, second position, third position, fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 positions. And let's reset the grid just to clean up. Panel on, shape, and I'm in circles. Circle mode, sub mode, and let's say I am on the grid. Now if I press 2, so you can see I have a select, my mouse has not reached panel, but I'm pressing through keyboard, so you can see how it's rotating. So 1 is white, 3 is gray, 5, 7, 8. So basically you can just use your number pad to enter these shapes instead of moving your mouse non-stop back and forth. And this works with any shapes. Like let's say if I'm digital or tents puzzles, which is in special one tents. Let's say if I want to enter trees, and if I'm not even putting this panel on, so let's say panel is off. If I select a cell and press number, you can see the selection is in tents sub mode, and if I press number keys, it will rotate through the options. But it's always good to have panel on so that we know which option is which and we don't have to remember. But you can use your number keys to do this, entering the shapes or clues into the grid faster. So that's all for today. I hope you learned some shortcuts today and it will improve your speed while using Penpa tool. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe this channel to stay tuned with latest and new videos. Any feedback, put in the comments or send an email to penpaplus@gmail.com. Till then, take care. Bye guys.